Do you think that um, your race held you back at all?
My race? Wow, we're diving deep. Do I think my race held me back? I do I think my race as
As
a
in-
mixed kid in a mostly white school in high school and in college, right? Do I think that held me back? I don't. I think holding me back is the wrong way to say that. I think that it. I think people would jump to conclusions. They were quick to jump to conclusions, right? If I messed up, it'd be like, oh, here's another, you know, no good black kid who, you know, is only here to cause trouble, right? I think they'd be quick to jump to conclusions if I messed up, right? Which I did. I messed up. I did some stupid things. And I think that I felt like personally like that was the conclusion that people jumped to. You know, I felt like I had to prove to them that I was a good stand-up kid, which I always thought of myself as a good stand-up kid. You know, I wasn't looking for trouble. I never, you know, was the kid who was getting in a lot of trouble in high school. You know, I felt like I had to prove to them that I was a good stand-up kid. Even in college, you know, I kind of had a little swagger in my game, and I think that some people kind of misinterpreted that as like, you know, being cocky or full of himself when, you know, that wasn't the case at all. Yeah, I wouldn't say it held me back. I think that I had to work a little harder to prove to people. That's how I felt, at least. You know, it's hard to say whether or not that's in my head or not. But you know, I felt like I had to work a little harder to prove to people who I was as a baseball player and as a, you know, integrity and as a character.
So to kids like that, like to black kids that are struggling with that, what would you say to them?
I'd say it's not gonna. I'd say that, you know.
Only you can hold yourself back. That's
Exactly.
the biggest
That's
thing.
exactly. Only you can hold yourself back. That's a great way to say it. Only you can hold yourself back, right? And you asked me if it held me back, and to answer your question, I'd say no, it did not hold me back. It made me better, first of all. And like Cameron said, like only you can hold yourself back, right? If someone's putting that kind of pressure on you, and they're looking at you like you're gonna mess up, and they expect you to mess up, and they expect you to do this, right? You know, just because they put that kind of pressure on you doesn't mean that you have to give into that pressure, right? It's easier to give into that pressure, I think, as a black kid, but I think at the end of the day, only you can hold yourself accountable, and only you can hold yourself back, right? You can't sit there and blame people who looked at you in a certain way for your actions, right? They're not responsible for your actions, but you are, right? So I'd say to that kid that